Hey guys, Jeff aka GCurse here. Oh god, where to start? Basically, I got done recording this quite a while ago earlier today, and while it was processing and getting ready to upload, I was thinking about what I said, and I'm not sure if I did, but I think I may have just kind of repeated a lot of the things I was saying in this video, and I apologize. I apologize. It's just, you get off work and you're tired, but you want to put out a video. And that's kind of like what happened. So basically, I just want to say I apologize that this video went a little bit long. And, if I repeated a lot of what I said, I apologize. Basically, I just wanted to kind of talk about how I felt that ultimately Phil Burnell, DSPGaming, had a major crash out over something he said that he did not watch. And I just want to give my thoughts about that. So, yeah, let's get on with the video, shall we? Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen, Phil Burnell, he is the type of person that no matter what is said about him, he needs to go and defend himself. To Phil Burnell, it is like his back is against the wall each and every day of the year. And I think possibly, I'm just saying, I think that Phil Burnell may have had the biggest crash out for the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, for your boy Jeff, aka GCurse, for me, a good crash out needs to have three things. It needs to have cope. It needs to have like some sort of rage. It can either be visible rage or that type of rage that boils under the surface. You know it's there. They know it's there, but it's just waiting to boil. It's like when you find out you're being audited for the year 2025 taxes. That'd make everybody rage. Finally, the third ingredient we need for a good crash out, we need denial. And whoo boy, do we have that in spades in this upcoming video. That's right. Recently, Kino Casino, they released like a parody video of some sort. I'm not sure if you call it a parody, but they released a video. Now, I've gone on record before and say I do not really appreciate what Kino Casino did for Phil Burnell. By Kino Casino getting invested and interfering, it prolonged Phil. Phil was actually on the outs. He was actually pretty close to being in some tough financial times. And then Kino Casino, they came in and they basically gave him basically gave him a power up, I guess you could say. And because of that little interaction, it has kept Phil going for even longer. Well, anyway, back to what I was saying. I did not appreciate Kino Casino for what they did, no. But I do have to say that this little parody, this little documentary, whatever you want to call it, I saw the first few minutes while I was on break at work, and I have to say that it was actually pretty funny. I have to give Warzinski, I think that's how you pronounce the name, I gotta give him some credit. Your boy GCurse has to give him some credit. That was actually pretty damn funny. Well, anyway, Phil Burnell spent nearly 11 minutes in this one video, basically coping and raging and denying what what was in this video. He outright just lied about what he says. But anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? Open seethe and denial, cope and seethe, and all that good stuff. Like I said, we were about to watch one hell of a crash out video. I hope you're ready. I know I am.
I've been trying to talk about it. All right. I already addressed this on Friday night, but a lot of people don't know I did. So on Friday night, on the Daily Wrap, I said about a 3-minute piece about Kino Casino. All right. So,
okay, from what I understand, what Phil is talking about, I'm guessing this was like towards the end if I understood correctly, he talked about this parody video towards the end of his daily rap. He didn't want to give it that much time, so he waited till, like, I'm guessing it was like the last few minutes, but that's what, anyway.
Oh, here's the deal. That hasn't changed. Okay, because here's the truth about Kino Casino.
Okay, so Phil Burnell, he's openly said he's never lied to any of us. He tells us the truth. So let's see, what is this this information that he has to give us?
They are farmers of drama.
When I first watched this, when I decided to do a react of this video, I'm not sure what it was, but when he said they are farmers of drama, the first thing I instantly thought was of Warzinski and Triple P literally in a field, like with overalls on, with like a what should we call it? Some sort of like a straw hat. Yeah, they had like straw hats on. They had pitchforks. They were literally farming drama. That's the first thing that crept into my mind. I'm like, that's kind of fucking hilarious. But then again, I realized that this is Phil Burnell, and nothing he says is actually the way he thinks it's actually going to end up sounding.
And lolcow content on the internet. What they do is they make content about someone in the hopes that that person will then respond to what they have done.
Phil, buddy, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing right now. Well, not like literally right now, because I'm here talking about it. And you know what I fucking mean. You know what I mean. Anyway, Phil, you're doing what you're claiming that they want.
They will directly say things about what they said or did, and that allows them to have a counterpoint. It allows them to respond back. And it's this endless cycle of content that they farm. That's exactly what they do. And to be quite frank, they're very good at it. In fact, there's a rumor right now that this guy iDubbbz apparently is going to actually
iDubbbz. Now, I don't really follow that much of iDubbbz. If I remember correctly, wow, that face. Oh my God, Phil, that face. I love it. Anyway, isn't he one of the people that's being sued by, oh God, Atri, or he, or whatever you want to pronounce there? Isn't he being one of those guys that's being sued right now? I may be wrong, but yeah. Also, by the way, I love this face. Phil, you look like you're fucking constipated.
Actually unretire and do a content cop episode on Kino Casino, because Kino Casino have been covering him in a negative way over the last several months. And people are basically on the internet saying, what a mistake, because that's exactly what they want.
Remember, guys, Phil, he doesn't deal with drama. What is this? What is this? This is drama, Phil. You are literally doing the one thing you say that you don't do. I'm sorry, but we have a name for that. They're hypocrites.
They want this guy to fall into their clutches so that they have an endless farm of content to work from, and they will make.
They don't have to manipulate or convince people to do what they want. Lol cows do that shit on their own. That's why they go after Phil so much. They literally have to, all they have to do is just sit there, say just say something, and it will 99% of the time get a lol cow's attention. How does Phil not realize that he is leading he causes this to happen? If he was smart like he claims he is, he would literally hear, he would find out about, let's say, this the dented zone. That's what it's called, the dented zone or something like that. He would have heard about this and he would just ignore it. The best way, Phil, the best way for you to get past people like me, like Kino Casino, like Duty Streams, like Memology, like Almighty Kevin, ignore us. ignore us. But see, that's the thing. That's what I mentioned earlier. Phil feels like his back is against the wall. He cannot just let things go. His ego does not allow him to just let things go.
Thousands of dollars on it. Do you understand? So here's the truth.
Okay.
I have not actively thought about Kino Casino in a very long time because I don't care about them.
I call bullshit on that. I call bullshit on that. X to doubt, X to gout, whatever you want to call it. I don't believe it all. It has been proven time in and time out. When Phil gets off of that camera, he will spend hours on any sort of social media platform, and he will read what people are saying about him. He will watch videos about him. This is nothing new, Phil. Do not act like you are some sort of that you are some sort of high, the high road, Like, no, you are constantly having your ear to the ground.
Only time that I think about them is when you guys are bringing them.
That's his shield right there. He uses that as a shield. Well, I don't do anything, guys. I don't pay any attention. I only talk about it when somebody brings it up. No, Phil. Phil, stop lying. Seriously, dude, stop lying. Just be a man. You claim you're an Uber man. You claim that you have big guns now. Just be fucking honest and say, just come out and say, hey, yeah, I watch detractor content. What's the worst that could happen, Phil? We already know that you do. We already know that you do.
Up, and then I'll respond. I'm not going to pretend like they don't exist or anything like that. But if you guys bring them up,
When I first heard that sound, I actually thought it was my stomach. I'm like, oh my God, I must be really hungry.
I'll respond to what you're saying, and then we move right on. There haven't been any elongated, nasty segments about them. I haven't.
I could go back at least for the last 10 months. And I could find, well, I can't really say 10 months because the falling out wasn't 10 months ago. What was it, like 6, 7 months? I can literally go back let's say 7 months. At least one time each month, he has gone on a gin enhanced crash out because of the fact that these guys who he actually thought were his friends, they actually played him like a harp from hell. Yes, I know that's a Batman Returns reference, but I thought it was actually pretty apt for this situation. Although Phil, he tries to play the King Snake. Oh fuck no, we all know the truth that Phil actually thought he found friends, and that's what he actually wants. He may act like he doesn't, but he wants friends. He thought he found 2 friends that he could confide in, and oh my God, it is like the worst case situation, I guess you could say.
Really cared about anything. I am well aware that they've talked negatively about me tons of times in the last 7 months since I last worked with them. For the record, it's been 7 months. I want you all to understand this. 7 months since I worked with them. And I split off contact and said, I'm done with you. It wasn't them that made the decision. It was me. I actively said, this is what's best for me and my audience, right? And that was the end of it. They were so upset that I was taking control of the situation.
Dude, you were never taking control of it. They played you. Oh my God, it's okay, Phil. It's okay to admit you got played. It happens all the time. Every day around this world, people get played. It's okay. If Phil actually embraced the fact that they played him, he could have actually spun it to play the victim card. But he doesn't. He tries to act like he is some fucking pseudo-intellectual when he doesn't even have a fucking realistic degree. He has a paper degree that he most likely got printed from his parents. It's okay, Phil. We understand that school's too hard. Here's a special degree for you.
And actually standing up for myself and all that, they couldn't take it, right?
How are you standing up for yourself? Seriously, Phil, how are you standing up for yourself?
right? They were so upset. So 7 months they've been talking about me. They've been doing all this. And then apparently, from what I'm to understand, they did a big special about me on Friday night.
You saw it, Phil. Don't be honest. That's the one thing I think a lot of people would appreciate about Phil. If he just started to be honest. Just be honest. Now, I wouldn't fucking care. I hate the guy with a passion. But I'm pretty sure there are people out there who may not have followed DSP Gaming as long as a lot of us have. And they'd be like, you know what, just be honest. Be honest. Honesty is the best policy. If he was just honest, I think he would get a little bit further. But no, he has to try and act. He tries to act cool. He tries to act tough, and he is failing at both. Well, I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. He ends up in less than 5 minutes into, after he said this, he ends up lying. I never saw anything.
I've not seen it. I've seen it. I'll be honest. I saw a couple screenshots.
What is it, Phil? What is it, dude? Have you seen it? Have you not seen it? You can't say, oh, I didn't see it, but I saw a screen cap. No, you saw it, Phil. You saw it. It's okay. Be honest. It's okay. Just be honest. We know.
Of it. That's about it. It's only been screenshots on social media and people saying stuff about it. I have not watched it for myself.
He's lying. He's lying. When he is trying, the one thing about Phil, when he is lying, he tries overly, he tries overly, I was about to say overly, but he tries to like the 10th degree to try and prove that he didn't do something. He did it. He did it. I know he did it. It's like all the times that we knew that before he embraced becoming a drunk again. It's like we all knew that he was drinking gin. We all knew it. Well, I don't drink gin. I don't drink gin at all. I don't drink. And here he is now. Once a week, he gets sloshed on camera. Don't tell me, Phil, that you never watched this video. We know you did.
I'm not going to watch it for myself. I have no interest in it. I don't care about these guys. All right? What they want me to do is watch it, respond to it, and give them content. No.
Oh my God. Oh my God. You're doing it right now, Phil. Just by making this video that Phil made, he gave them what they wanted. He literally gave them what they wanted. I fail to see the logic. I fail to see the logic that Phil has. Well, I'm not going to give them any sort of attention, but I'm going to talk about it for nearly 10 to 11 minutes. But I'm not giving them any attention at all. I'm ignoring it. I'm not dealing with drama. I'm not doing any of that. Here's a 10-minute video of me telling you how I'm going to ignore it, while simultaneously not ignoring it. I wish I had that sort of logic. I really do. I really do wish I had that sort of logic.
You get nothing. Nada. Zilch.
He's giving it to them right now.
Then you get nothing. Get it? I'm not going to content farm for you because I don't need to. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I'm successful.
I'm not going to really talk about the healthy comments there because look at me. I'm a fat fuck. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to really talk about that. But successful, that is something I will talk about. Phil, when you are literally having to paywall games because you're not getting $150, how can you really say that you're being successful? Now, keep in mind, $150 is a goal he sets. This isn't a number that the detractors have set. This is a number that he goes every stream. Every stream he wants $150. For him to hit $150, he considers that to be a success. If you're not hitting that goal, Phil, are you really that much of a success? Hell, I could say I'm a better success than Phil because when I go to work, I am pulling nearly $200 a day. I don't know about you, but just by me going and working for nearly 8 hours a day and coming home with $200, I think I'm more of a success than Phil is.
I'm doing good. As I was doing this talk, I just received 20 gifted memberships. I don't need to do anything for you, nor do I have to engage with you. I have no interest in you.
Then why are you talking about them? Why are you talking about them? If you were truly as high and pious as you act, you would not even fucking. They'd be like rain off a duck's back. They would make their video and he would ignore it. But what does he do? What does he do when Duty talks about him? What does he do when Side Scrollers talks about him? What does he do when Almighty Kevin says something about him? What does he do when, oh God, It's a Gundam says something about him? What does he do when Kino Casino talks about him? He has to interact with it. But of course, Phil, tell us whatever you feel like. We know the truth.
All right. And the funny part is, from the 2 thumbnails
I thought they were screen caps. Now they're thumbnails?
that I saw, 2 thumbnails. That's all I saw. Screenshots, I should.
Or screenshots, sorry. He watched the video. He watched the video.
Call them actually. The 2 screenshots that I saw. Distinctly, I'm looking at it like, oh my God, I could say this and I could say that, and that would be funny, and that would really, people would say, oh, you got him. But wait a minute. That's exactly what they want.
And that's what he's giving them by doing this. Oh my God. Literally, Phil Burnell is the prime example of parents who have failed their kids.
That's why they did it. 7 months later, after the fact, they're still obsessing on me. Why? Because I'm the one guy who got them. I was smarter than them. I played them. I beat them. I robbed the casino.
I wish I lived in this universe. I truly do. I truly wish I lived in this universe. If Phil made out so great, why is he the one that's in constant financial straits? He has to literally beg people, guys, can we just get $75? Can we just get $150? Guys, it could be 1 tip, it could be 1 subscription, it could be 1 kick, it could be 1 super chat. If Phil is so successful, why is he needing to do this? Whereas Kino Casino, they literally could just do their streams and they get money thrown at them. Phil, he has to literally beg people. He begs people. When was the last time you ever saw a business, a legitimate business, by the way, have to beg their customers for money? When was the last time you walked into a Burger King, for example, and they're like, hey, can we please have $1? Can we please have $1? When was the last time you walked into a shoe store that goes, hey, can you please use your credit card? That way we can get some extra money off of it or some shit, I'm sorry, I just don't view this as being successful.
They can't fucking take it. They are coping and seething for 7 straight months, and now...
Yes, Phil. People who can take, week-long vacations, half-month-long vacations, whatever you want to call it. People who can take, days off every week. People who can, they don't worry about bills. People who actually have, a good relationship with their viewers. Clearly, they're the ones that are coping and seething.
They think this is it. You got nothing. It doesn't affect me. I have 0 effect from anything you say or do about me ever. Don't you understand that DSP is bulletproof and always will be?
That's why every time he has that his YouTube streams have been censored, or he got kicked off of Twitch, or he got kicked off of Blip TV. He's clearly bulletproof, ladies and gentlemen. He clearly is invulnerable.
Because I've been here before you, and God damn it, I'll be here long after you're gone. I am eternal.
Now, this is one thing. Now, this is the one thing. Normally, I don't like to give Phil Burnell any credit because, well, he's a loser. Anyway, this is the one piece of, one thing I do have to give him credit for. Phil is eternal. He is eternal. And by that, I don't mean that in a good way either. When I retire within the next 20 to 30 years with my nice 401k, with all my stocks and dividends that I've been putting money into every month, I'll be gone. I'm going to be gone. I'll be off the internet. I will have a nice retirement. People like Duty Streams, I'm pretty sure he'll have retirement. People like Memology, Almighty Tevin, the list goes on and on and on and on, and goddamn, it keeps going on. Those people will be retired. They will be gone. Bill will remain online, still begging from the same 2 or 3 dents that he's begging from now. The players may change. The pieces on the board may shuffle around, but ultimately at the end of the day, Phil will still be here 20 to 30 years later, still begging money from the mentally vulnerable.
When it comes to this content creation, I'll do it for as long as I want, as well as I want.
Because he has no job skills. He has no job skills. He has, at this time, an 18-year hole in his job history. No job will hire him. The only professions he will get will be like day laborers that he has to wait outside like a job assistance center. They will whore him out to any job that will pay the least amount of money. He does not have any job skills that he can market. He just doesn't. I could literally get up from my job right now and I could go to Spokane if I want. I could go to New York if I want. I could go to Florida if I want. I could go to Texas if I want. I could go to Maine if I want. I could go to Alaska, Hawaii, North, South Dakota, Oregon, California, Arizona. I could go everywhere because I have a degree in the field that I'm working and I'm making nice goddamn money.
And I'll stop doing it the day when I'm tired of it. I'm in control of myself and my destiny, and nobody else. Doesn't matter what you say and do. Doesn't matter how many nasty documentaries you make about me, how many hour-long.
Just because you don't like the documentaries, it does not mean that they're nasty. You just don't like it because they're truthful.
Obsessive videos you make about me, how many slanderous things you say about me. None of it matters. I'll still be here every day making my own content, having a good life. You'll still be that person that wishes you were me. Yes, folks, I'll say it one more time. All these people who constantly say shit about me, do you want to know why? Because they all wish they were me.
Wow, ego much. Holy fucking shit, ego. Yeah, who wants to be an aging 42, 43-year-old who has to sit in front of a webcam with their theoretical can, shaking their can? Who wants? Oh God, yeah. I just want to live a life like that. I just want to live a life like that. I want to live. I want to be the person who chased away all his friends. I want to be the person who shit on all his friends. I want to be the person who manipulated his parents. Oh yeah, that's something I'm sure everybody wants to aspire to. Oh yeah, yeah, Phil. Everybody wants to be a human loser like you. Everybody wants to be trash like you. I am pretty sure that people would die to have friends like John Rambo. The same John Rambo that you fucking shit all over, Phil.
They all wish they were sitting right here
No, I've seen what you've done in that room. No thanks.
in this chair, looking like this, acting like this, having a good living like this.
guys, if we don't hit the goal, my wife is going to have to cook. Guys, I need this money. Don't you want to see me eat Taco Bell? Guys, I need this money. If you want to see me play this game, I need money. Yeah, that is really something everybody wants, Phil. Yeah, sure.
Not having to analyze lolcow content all day long because it ain't fun. It's shit. It's like, oh, I can make a good living, but I'm swimming with the pigs and shit to do it. And I don't have to do that.
Dude, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now, Phil? You're swimming in the shit to try and prove that you're not swimming in the shit.
So I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to watch it, respond to it. I don't know anything about it. I don't care. Have fun. All the idiots of the internet, please go over there. Leave all of us normal people alone. We have important things to do. We have time to share. We have things that we want to do.
What do you have to do, Phil? Literally, I lead a more busy life than Phil does. I wake up at 4:30 every morning. I go to work at 6:15 in the morning. I get home a little bit after 5. I make a quick bite for dinner. I may pump out a video like this. I then go to bed. I lead a more busy and active life than Phil does.
Enjoy games, enjoy each other's company, not be toxic, not bring down others around us to get success. We don't have to do that.
Says the guy who insults his viewers for asking simple questions. Hey, does anybody need me to recount to them the whole eat shit out of my ass rant that he went on when somebody compared what Phil said to a goddamn meme? He's just like me. For real. For real.
Why? Well, let's see. Because we have morals.
I'm sorry, Phil, but I think that people who do not lie to their parents, I think they lack morals. I think a guy who allows people to shit on his wife, like Triple P shit on Cat, and they do absolutely nothing about it, I think they lack morals. I don't know about you, but I think a guy who steals money from his viewers under false pretenses, I think they lack morals.
We have values and because we have talent. Get it?
Okay, Phil, what talent do you have? Besides picking up a controller or a keyboard and mouse and sitting on your fucking gouty ass for 6 hours a day. What talent do you have? What talent do you have? I don't know about you, but me, I lead classrooms. I teach the individuals in classrooms. I take my students on field trips. I take my students to job sites. I help them acquire much needed job skills for when they graduate. I don't know about you, but those are some actual skills, Phil. Sitting on your ass playing Suikoden, however you fucking pronounce that game, is not a skill. That's a luxury.
When you don't have to tear down others to be successful.
I don't know about you, Craig, but people like me. I'm popular now, Craig. You're a loser. Or however he fucking said it. Yeah, Phil, you don't tear down anybody. Eat shit in my ass! I wish I could say that was Eric Cartman that said that. No, that was Phil Burnell. Oh yeah, Phil, you never tear down anybody at all. You're the most humble. Phil Burnell is the Mother Teresa of the internet landscape.
That's true talent. Anyone can step on someone else to get ahead, but the person who succeeds on their own is the person who truly has talent.
He tries to act so fucking intellectual when he talks like this. He tries to act so intellectual when he talks like it's funny. It's actually funny because he's not an intellectual. If he was an intellectual, he would have figured out, hey, having 13 credit cards of debt and needing to declare bankruptcy, that may not be a good idea.
Everyone has a different opinion. Everyone can judge and like whatever they want, and that's fine. But
Except when it comes to Phil. When it comes to Phil, you have to like him, and if you don't like him, or if you disagree with what he says or does, you're a loser.
am not going to change myself, my morals and my values and who I am
Well, that's because you don't have morals or values.
to get ahead. I very well could. And I had a chance to. And I turned it down, quite frankly. They were trying to pull me into it. I said, absolutely not. I refuse.
Okay, that's why you went running to them when it came to Review Tech USA. You were there for when they talked about Ethan Ralph. I think that's his name. Eric Ralph, Ethan Ralph, whatever. You were there when they were talking. Wasn't he there when they were talking about wings? Oh yeah, Phil, you're totally saintly. You're a fucking saint.
I'm not going to stoop to their level. I'm not going to be this toxic drama farmer. Fuck that shit. I'm better than that. And now I really am better than that. It's been more than half a year. I'm doing good. I'm very successful.
Okay, bring your wife on camera. Have Kat come out on camera and say, yeah, he's really successful. He won't do that because Kat's gone. Kat's gone. She flew the coop.
Just doing my own way. This is what I was directly told by them you can't do. You can't just enjoy games. That'll never work. Why would you make that content? That ain't gonna work. You gotta do what we do. Well, then why am I successful 7 months later? Why am I getting tons of support? Why is my setup improving? Why are we...
Dude, you put up cheap soundproofing or whatever those things are fucking called. 99% of all that shit behind you, Phil, is stuff you keep in the closet. None of that stuff is fucking new. That fucking Metal Gear lamp you've had for what, 15 years? That fucking Pac-Man ghost. You had that motherfucker this time last year. Nothing new is there. The only thing that is remotely new is that goddamn microphone.
Having a great time all the time. I don't get it. I thought that I was the loser who didn't know what he was doing and I had to abandon my ways and take your ways. Obviously, it's not true. And people can't stand that. That's why they cope and they see. Then 7 months later, after I'm long removed from that, they're still talking about me. They're still making videos about me.
Yes, because you give them what they want, Phil. You do. If you were smart, Phil, and you just ignored it, just ignore it. Don't even acknowledge it. This shit would stop. But no, you feel the need to constantly debate, argue, fight. You literally act like you are walking down a goddamn alley. It's at midnight, and you see people, and they're shoving you up against the wall, and you feel the need to constantly come out swinging. When in reality, all Phil has to do is just stay in his own lane. If I would make you a promise that if Phil literally stayed in his own lane, Kino would stop, Duty Streams would stop, I would stop, Hey RV would stop. We would stop because there would be nothing there. There would be nothing there. And each and every one of us play games garbage. I don't deny it. I fucking suck at games. That's Phil being shitty at video games. That's not what gets people's attention. It's when Phil acts like an asshole. And then he tries to argue with people under the guise of, I'm not doing anything. The audience, they ask me and I talk about it. No, Phil, you do this yourself.
I mean, they wish they were me. One of them literally dressed up and tried to imitate me, and the other one pretended to be.
I have to be honest. That Warzinski, that hit him act like DSP. That was fucking good. Phil, he can literally just laugh. Just have a laugh. But no, he gets so fucking, he gets so goddamn upset over, it's a parody. It's a fucking parody. And here a 10-minute rant video, ladies and gentlemen.
My wife because he's in love with me. I mean, it's pretty funny, right? Like, you say, what was it called? I don't even remember what it was called.
You know what it's called, Phil. Don't try to act like. Here's Phil's logic. If I act like I don't know what it's called, then people will believe me when I say I never watched it. Because only people who watches things remember the titles of things. It doesn't fucking work like that, Phil. It just doesn't. You watched it. We know you watched it.
The dented zone or something, and then you see the thumbnail and it's them. It's like, you literally you're calling yourselves dented. You made a video. It's the three of you.
Three? Who's the three? There's Triple P and Warzinski. Who's the other? Do they have a third cast member that I'm unaware of? I gotta finish watching that whole video, but
is the thumbnail the dented zone? Did you understand? It's yourself. Your thumbnail's the three of you.
Yes, Phil. Trying to act like you don't know what you're talking about does not prove you did not watch the video.
Standing there looking like idiots. Yeah, you're right. You are a bunch of dents, I guess. I mean, you said it yourself, not me. I didn't even have to watch it. All I saw was the thumbnail of the video. Anyway. That's all I have to say about that. I'm never going to watch it. I don't give a shit. More power to them. You know what? I hope that they make one a day. Why not make 1 hour video about me a day? It's just nice free advertisement. Seriously. And it gets people talking about me. I had a nice day off yesterday. I come back today. Everyone wants to be on my show.
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Who wants to be on your show? I'm really curious. Who wants to be on your show? If Phil could get duty streams on his show, I would fucking watch that stupid podcast.
Find out my thoughts. I don't have any thoughts.
I agree with that. He has no thoughts. I agree with that. Congratulations, Phil. You found 2 things that I can agree with. Phil is eternal, and he has no thoughts.
I have more important things to do in my life than watch your garbage. That's made literally for the mentally challenged. No person in their right mind who's sane and has a fucking functioning brain would watch that crap.
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Please tell us how you were hanging out in their streams till 2 a.m. trying to suck up to them. You see, Phil, just because you say you don't do anything, it doesn't absolve you of what you did in the past.
As they watch, the mouth drool is going down and they're opening their wallets and sending you their money because they're stupid. So continue to be the Pied Pipers of the mentally deficient. Have fun.
Cover your ears, Jade. He's not talking about you.
Fun with it. I don't care. It doesn't affect me in the least. I'm still good. You do you. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. Okay. All right. Well, a couple more shout outs and then we'll actually end the show. I got a $2 tip, actually.
Oh, by the way, this is your daily reminder that if you give Phil money to try and troll him, congratulations. You're a dent. Okay, in closing, because I know this video is going to be long enough as is, the only question I really have to ask is, was this the biggest DSP crash out for the year 2025? I think it was. I think that this was like a B plus crash out. I think this was a B plus crash out. It didn't hit the same level as eat shit out of my ass with a spoon, but it was still pretty far up there. And what caused it, ladies and gentlemen? What caused this B plus crash out? That's right. What caused it was a video that Phil said he never saw. My name is Jeff, aka GCurse. Wishing you all a great day. Stay safe, and remember, if you were working an 8 to 5, a 9 to 6, a 9 to 7, whatever, if you're working an 8-hour plus job every day, you're better off than Phil Burnell is.